Hello everybody, Tall Chris here again, and today I'm going to have a video review for the game Outlast. Now, if you haven't actually seen or played Outlast, I won't be spoiling too much in this video, but let me tell you, if you don't have the game, you should definitely buy it, especially if you're into the survival horror genre, because Outlast is actually one of the few games that have come out recently that has not followed the standard survival horror genre that we've become accustomed to today. In other words, you don't get a shit ton of bullets, you can't kill everything that pops up in your way, you don't get a bunch of health regeneration. In this game, you are completely defenseless. The only thing you have is to run and hide. And if that doesn't work, well, you're dead. So, it's definitely kind of intense, and it gives you a sense of vulnerability that a lot of video games just don't have anymore. If you ever played something like the original Silent Hill or the original Resident Evil, where you had the fixed camera angles and you could hear the moans and groans of the zombies, or in Silent Hill's case, the twisted, demented creatures of the town, then, you know, you'll understand kind of how Outlast feels, except even in those games you can survive rather easily, whereas in this one it's I died so many fucking times in this game, but I loved it. It was such a good game, and the worst part of it was the ending, and not because it had a bad ending, but because I feel like it was just a little too short. All in all, it clocked in at about 4 or 4.5 hours, with a couple deaths and with me getting lost a few times. Other than that, the game's atmosphere is amazing. It pulls the sense of horror very well. There were quite a few points in the game where I actually did get scared, but there wasn't as many as I would have liked. A lot of it was more startles or jump scares than being actually terrifying. So, while I do recommend Outlast, I don't think it's the kind of game that is going to genuinely horrify you unless you are to survival horror genre, or unless you haven't played any of the older games that did it very well. The game I can think of it most similarly to is Clock, in which it's another game where your only choices were to run and hide or die to the Scissor Man. And oh my god, the Scissor Man. There is a doctor in this game that actually very much reminded me of the Scissor Man. He pulls out a giant pair of shears from a toilet and cuts off some fingers. Yeah, and then he actually chases you around. And the game is very intense. I mean, there are several moments where you're just sprinting for your life. And there were several moments where all you heard on my camera was fuck, 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 because I was in that kind of state, like run, 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 or you're going to die. Run. And I highly recommend the game.
Can you?
But like I said, it's not the best thing I've played. And if you're someone who's into something like Call of Duty or something like that, you might not enjoy this game, because you cannot fight in any way, shape, or form. So don't expect to come in and be like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. It really gets you. That's the best way to word it.
I would like to kill him.
That's really all I got, honestly. Go check out the game for yourself. Watch my videos. Tell me what you think of the game. Go buy the game and try it yourself, and then tell me what you think about the game.
There's an idea.
And good luck if you get the game. Just from me to you, good luck. I wish you the best of luck.
I want his tongue.
Outlast, though, is definitely not the type of game you want to play alone in the dark. Although I did, and I actually found it very fun. I would recommend, if you do have it, hooking up a surround sound headset. If you don't actually have a surround sound headset, you can buy a pair of these. These are EXOS's. It's kind of a generic brand, but it works for all video game systems. They're actually really good. And for the price, I mean, like I said, it's like $40 for a pair of these headphones. and that's really not bad for a decent pair of surround sound headphones. They have a 15-foot long wire, and they work. They work very well. Definitely check out the game, though. I am in no way criticizing it, but it could have been better. And it could have been a lot longer. I really wish the game had been a lot longer. At the end of the game, when the credits started rolling, I got very pissed off because I was hoping there was more. You just got into an underground area and you meet the Wall Rider, which is the ghost that you see earlier on in the game. Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy. And the music in the game, oh my god, the music in the game. You hear just... And you're like, oh my god, something just saw me. Something hears me. Run. The deaths in the game are a little graphic as well. I mean, the whole game is actually really graphic. But like I said, most of it was really just jump scares. So if you're into jump scares, I would recommend it. If you're into survival horror, I would definitely recommend it because it is, in comparison to other survival horror games, one of the better games that have come out in a very long time. If you're watching my Dead Space playthroughs, Dead Space has a lot of startling moments, but again, they just don't compare to the sense of terror and dread that Outlast can kind of give you in certain moments.